least to most likely to give the silent treatment Zodiac signs. A healthy pause comes with a return ticket. I need an hour, then we'll talk. The silent treatment leaves the other person alone with the entire message. Some signs find that vacuum unbearable and confront the issue immediately. Others communicate injury by removing access, warmth, or response. This countdown ranks deliberate non-communication under stress, beginning with the Zodiac's instinctive reactors and ending with the sign most capable of making silence feel like a psychological event. Number 12. Aries. For Aries, silence feels inefficient. Mars wants the conflict visible, active, and available for resolution, even if resolution begins with raised voices. When hurt, Aries is more likely to state the accusation while the emotion is hot than construct an absence. They may storm out, stop answering briefly, or need physical distance, but the pressure to act breaks the quiet. The other person needn't wonder whether something is wrong. Withholding a reaction feels less satisfying than delivering it. Their anger wants a door to open, not remain closed. Conflict, at least, remains alive. Number 11. Sagittarius. Sagittarius would rather leave the building than haunt it silently. Mutable fire needs movement and honest air. Stalemate feels claustrophobic. They may become unavailable because they are distracting themselves, traveling, or refusing to participate in what they consider drama. That can look like silent treatment from the receiving side, but punishment is rarely the motive. Sagittarius returns with a summary once perspective arrives. Strategic silence demands focus on the conflict, while Jupiter keeps locating a wider world. Their absence is often escape velocity, not an interrogation technique. Distance is a reset, not leverage. Number 10. Gemini. Gemini processes conflict through language, even if the version arrives as sarcasm, fragmented messages, or a conversation with 3 other people. Mercury dislikes an information vacuum. Going silent removes the material Gemini needs to understand what happened, so curiosity often pulls them back into contact. They may ignore someone to regain leverage or avoid saying too much, but mutable air rarely enjoys maintaining one rigid position. Silence becomes boring, then mentally noisy. Eventually, the unanswered question bothers them more than the original offense, and communication restarts to move the plot one more time. Number 9. Leo. Leo wants hurt to be acknowledged, not merely detected. Fixed fire may withdraw after feeling disrespected, but some part of them wants the other person to recognize the injury and respond appropriately. Complete silence risks surrendering the stage, and Leo has an argument, speech, or chosen final line waiting. Pride can extend the pause if reaching out first feels like accepting poor treatment. Even then, their emotional position is visible. Leo may close the curtain, but they rarely abandon the production. Silence is an intermission, not the performance, and Leo expects an encore. Number 8. Aquarius. Not every Aquarius disappearance is designed as punishment, even when it is remarkably efficient. Fixed air detaches to regain objectivity, protect autonomy, or decide whether the relationship still makes ethical sense. They may assume distance is self-explanatory, while the other person experiences exclusion. They are capable of sustained non-response, but their silence often lacks a deliberately targeted quality. Rather than waiting for someone to suffer, Aquarius may be reorganizing life without the conflict. That distinction does not make the silence painless, but it changes its intention. Detachment is the tool, not necessarily the weapon. Number 7. Virgo. When communication threatens more disorder, Virgo withdraws. Mercury and Earth needs time to sort facts, edit the emotional draft, and identify the problem beneath the reaction. This can be healthy processing, until Virgo begins withholding warmth while continuing to perform every practical duty. The unspoken critique then fills the room. Their silence is diagnostic rather than theatrical. Observe the pattern, reduce variables, avoid contaminating the conclusion. The quiet becomes a controlled environment. But when hurt persists, Virgo can make someone feel evaluated from behind glass, with no access to the report. Number 6. Pisces. Pisces' silence is rarely hard-edged. It behaves more like fog. Mutable water may retreat because conflict feels overwhelming, then postpone returning because the accumulated emotion has become harder to name. They can hope the other person intuitively understands what went wrong, especially when explaining it would require sharp boundaries. This creates a silent treatment without a strategy. Disappearance, delayed replies, and emotional vagueness can carry hurt indirectly. Avoidance does the communicating. They are not necessarily trying to control the other person. Sometimes they are waiting for the conflict to dissolve before they do. Number 5, Libra. From here, silence becomes part of the message. Libra may withhold a sentence when every available version seems capable of making the relationship uglier. Cardinal air rehearses sides, anticipates reactions, and delays the conversation while searching for a version that preserves dignity. During that delay, politeness can remain intact while access disappears. The other person receives logistics and no truth. Conflict avoidance can become a form of punishment, even when Libra calls it keeping the peace. The door stays technically open, but the missing honesty communicates exclusion and keeps the other person guessing. Number 4, Capricorn. Capricorn's silent treatment feels administrative. Saturn does not need blocking or posts. Access stops. Messages receive no extra energy. Routines become transactional, and warmth is removed from the operating budget. Capricorn may consider this a consequence rather than manipulation. If trust was mishandled, privileges change. Their restraint can sustain silence long after expressive signs would crack. The danger is that self-control disguises emotional punishment as efficiency. The system communicates for them. Capricorn can insist nothing is happening while structuring the absence of engagement so clearly that everyone understands a decision has been entered. Number 3, Cancer. Cancer retreats into the shell when exposure feels unsafe, but the shell is not neutral. The moon wants care to be noticed reciprocally. When hurt goes unrecognized, Cancer may stop offering the warmth that held the relationship together. Meals, messages, and small rituals disappear, allowing absence to describe the injury. Their silence often contains a test. Will you notice what changed? Will you come closer without being instructed? The test is emotional, not explicit. Cancer may need protection, yet the withdrawal can ask another person to prove belonging by finding the hidden door. Number 2, Taurus. Taurus can turn silence into architecture. Fixed Earth does not withdraw quickly, but once communication feels pointless, they may stop moving altogether. No explanation seems necessary because, from their perspective, the facts have been demonstrated. Venus prefers peace, yet stubbornness can redefine peace as the complete absence of discussion. Taurus can maintain this position without visible strain, while the other person exhausts every approach. Their silence is not mysterious, it is immovable. The message is clear: nothing changes until trust is restored, behavior improves, or the situation materially shifts enough to justify another conversation. Number 1, Scorpio. Fixed water understands that withheld access can speak louder than confrontation. When trust is damaged, Scorpio may protect vulnerability by sealing roots to it. Mars adds force. Pluto makes silence a test of truth, power, and motive. They watch what someone does when reassurance disappears. This can be self-protection, but it can also become punishment engineered with unnerving precision. Scorpio does not need contact to maintain intensity. Non-response tests endurance. Their silence keeps the conflict alive beneath the surface, forcing the other person to encounter what they refuse to explain. Conclusion: which sign can freeze a room without saying a word? And which one breaks after 10 quiet minutes? Post both answers below. More importantly, tell us whether their silence meant processing, escape, stubbornness, or punishment. That distinction decides whether someone is taking healthy space or making another person pay for it.